Here we are then, welcome back to some more Football Manager 2022 and another part of Championship, the Champions League with Nottingham Forest. Today we are continuing our Premier League journey with two home games that are going to be absolutely crucial, you feel, in the outcome of this season. One against Leicester City and one against Liverpool. So, since you were last with me, first of all, I want to talk about some of the transfers that we've managed to bring in. So I sort of left last episode saying I want to bring in a few young players, and there wasn't a lot available for the amount of money we had. You know, we were only able to spend 9.75 million on transfers in the end. I couldn't really bring in young players with quality. We've brought in Juan Mata in on loan from Leicester City. He's 35 years old now. And to be honest with you, it's not the sort of signing you want to really be bringing in, but he's come in and hopefully he'll do a job for us. But the versatility was what I was looking for there. Mikel Antonio, 33 years old now, but still scoring goals at Premier League level. So we've brought him in for 4.6 million, which might seem like a lot, but honestly, with how few players were interested in joining us and what was out there, that turned out to be a good deal. And he did score a goal in I think he got a disallowed goal in the cup game that we played, but looked okay. And 5.25 million for Juan Cucho Hernandez from Watford. Has been a very good player in Football Manager the last few years. Has only scored 5 goals in this save so far, so it might end up being a bit of a flop, but you know, we needed to bring in some strength up top, and I thought, well, worst case scenario, if we go down this year, Juan Hernandez is surely going to be a top quality player in the Championship. So that was my thought process behind it. 9.75 million. But there really wasn't a great deal out there. We do still have a tiny bit of money in the bank. I'm going to shove all that on wages now. But it has been one of those things really of, we've been really, really struggling to attract any good players. And that's just the way it goes. And I suppose that's the problem with being a Premier League side that is doomed for relegation at the end of the day. But let's have a little look at how we've got on since the last episode. We did lose 1-0 in our return to the City ground in the Premier League. It was, again, a very disappointing performance. Nothing really to write home about. We then beat Blackburn Rovers 1-0 in the Carabao Cup. That's a team that we were up against last season, and we lost 1-0. But then we had a more promising performance against Watford, losing 2-1, but we did equalise at one point. Oliver Norwood getting our first Premier League goal since the opening day against Brentford. We also had a missed penalty. It was Gareth Bale that missed a penalty in that one. So a bit disappointing, it has to be said. But overall, I feel like we're in a promising position. You know, we need to build on a couple of decent performances recently. If we beat Leicester today, I think that will give us the confidence to go forward. In the Premier League at the moment, we are currently 19th. Only ourselves and Everton have failed to get a point so far. But if we win today, we do head up into the mid-table realms. So it is one of those things, you know, we just got to see how it goes. We've got a tough old run of games coming after this one because we've got Liverpool, West Ham, Man City, Arsenal, and you know, it's starting to look like we're going to be cut adrift by the next episode at this point. So let's have a little look at the team that we're going to put out there today. We've got Jack Butland starting in goal with Chris Richards, Joe Worrell, Scott McKenna and Greg Taylor in defence. We've then got Nemanja Matic making his debut in the midfield alongside Oliver Norwood and Gareth Bale starting behind Juan Hernandez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Mikel Antonio up top. So let's get into the action and hopefully we'll be able to do something today. I keep saying that, but it is all about trying to keep a positive attitude. I know a couple of people have commented maybe you should go a little bit more defensive, but I think persist with this a little bit. We haven't been absolutely stuffed this season yet, which I think is a good sign. And I think it's all just going to be about adjusting to the Premier League and starting to score some goals. We need Antonio to get off the mark. We need Hernandez to get a bit of confidence. We need Zlatan scoring at the end of the day, but we're just not getting the ball in the back of the net often enough at the moment. But once that starts coming, hopefully we will start getting the victories. Here's Gareth Bale on the left-hand side. Gets it in. It's burned by the keeper there, but didn't come out to one of our players, unfortunately. But that's a promising start. Here's McKenna, gets it to Matic. Now Gareth Bale on the ball, whips it out wide to Chris Richards. What's he going to do with it? He's going to whip it in. No, he's not. It's back to Matic. Matic all the way back to Joe Worrell. Disappointing from Matic, that. Here's Richards. Matic again. Much like Joe Worrell, gets it forward to Richards. Richards to Matic. Back to Joe Worrell. Worrell forward to Matic. Matic to Richards. Here's Bale. Bale tries to proceed the play. I'm fine with that. He gets the ball back. Ibra. It's Antonio, but Norwood's not going to get there. He has Ibra, though. Oh, that was a chance. And you just feel that's where you need your confidence. Your confidence of your striker scoring, Zlatan scoring goals. That's what we needed at that point. Neres gets it into the middle, headed away. Here's Tielemans now. Tielemans to Soyuncu. Soyuncu to Tielemans. Back to Soyuncu now. Soyuncu, Neres. Neres still on the ball. McKenna boots it clear. Antonio runs onto it, but can't quite get there. Now here's Ivan Selu. Neres. Harvey Barnes. Vlahovic. Barnes. Long highlights usually ending goals. Oh, and there it is. And it's the guy we can't even say. Ivanusic has scored. Was it offside? That's the question. VAR going to get involved. It looked onside to me, but it wasn't. Goal disallowed. Shall we have a little look at this on the replay? And did he got it in? Ivanusic went for the shot, and it was actually a tackle. I feel like that's harsh. That is a harsh decision, but I'm not bothered. We need all the help we can get at this point. Here's Harvey Barnes. Gets it to Neres. Now Justin. Here's Barnes, whips it into the middle. Vlahovic, no. And Leicester really starting to come into the game now and starting to control it. Ricardo into the middle. Here's Worrell, gets it to Tielemans. Now Ricardo again. Ricardo Pereira into the middle. Vlahovic, Ricardo. Tielemans, back to Ricardo now. Gets it forward. Good tackle from Norwood. Into the middle it goes. Here's Harvey Barnes now on the ball to Ndidi. Tielemans, long highlights, usually ending goals, and there it is. Vlahovic scores, and it's 1-0 to Leicester. And that is a disappointment, really. You have to say, that's not what you want to see from you guys, and we look like a championship side at the moment in the Premier League, and I suppose what else could we expect with a 10 million transfer budget? That is not enough to function in the Premier League. But let's see how we get on in the second half. We have got a couple of players that are performing quite well. Jack Butland, Gareth Bale. Here's Tielemans, so gets it in. Now can we go on the counter-attack? No. It's just painful to watch because we just cannot get the ball back. Barnes into the middle. Oh, Vlahovic. Justin, end of highlight. Thank goodness for that. Well, here's Taylor. Throws it to Bale. Header onto Ibra. Here's Cucho. And that's just poor passing. It really is. Matic can't get there. Here's Taylor again. He's working like a trooper on that left-hand side. But he can't do everything on his own. And I think that's what we have to remember in all this. Is we can't just have good, outstanding individual performances. We need good team performances. Here's Antonio, gets it into the middle, but there's Cucho, and that's his first goal for Nottingham Forest, and that is what we needed. The two new signings link up to equalise in this match, and that's the best we've looked. Matic with the ball out wide to Greg Taylor on that left, who's working like a trooper, as I say, and it's Antonio with a dangerous ball, and Cucho can't miss, and it's 1-1, and what a chance we now have to go on and get 3 points here, and it would be 3 huge points for us, just to get a bit of confidence, feel like we belong here. Gareth Bale, forward to Cucho, hasn't got the pace to run onto it. You just feel like that's a bedding in thing. He needs to get used to playing for the football club, get his confidence back. Here's Ivanisic. Greg Taylor runs back, gets it. As I say, working like a trooper today. He has Barnes in to the middle, and Taylor gets it again. And now here's David Neres, whips it in. Ivanisic, Tielemans, and that's in, and it's Vlahovic again, and no question of offside. Oh, that's disappointing. And I tell you, speaking of disappointing, Zlatan's coming off. We're going to put Paul Glatzel on, because I do think Paul Glatzel can do a job. We'll put him as a poacher. Norwood not having a great game. Let's put Ojeda on there. I feel like defensively we're not doing too bad. Just have to get these boys going again. Get the ball into Paul Glatzel. Glatzel's going to be our hero. He's going to be the guy that we're looking for this season. Tielemans gets it to Ricardo Pereira now. Tielemans again. Decent tackle from Matic, but still the Leicester players coming forward, and goodness me, Harvey Barnes nearly scored there. And we got 20 minutes left. Here's Richards. He's going to go for the long throw, and only gets it as far as Justin. Here's Matic. Gets it to Ojeda now, to Cucho, to Glatzel. Here's Cucho, and Cucho scores again. Second goal of the season for Juan Hernandez. And that is exactly what we needed. And he has all of a sudden come alive today. And it was Cucho to Glatzel, Glatzel to Bale, and then it was Cucho with the finish. And I tell you what, that's a nice little dink over Danny Ward. And it's 2-2 here, and we have the chance to go and win this match again. Richards is going to come off. We're going to put Ashley Young on for him on that right-hand side. Here's Thomas. Please don't dance around Ashley Young. No, it's a cross, and Greg Taylor's going to get booked. Oh, I knew it. He's worked so hard today. He was leggy. And there you go. He's been sent off. So Gareth Bale is going to go to left back. I will not let Football Manager tell me he can't play there, because that's where he started his career. Paul Glatzel can come into the attacking midfielder slot, and we can play a sort of Christmas tree. And that'll have to do. Butland playing out from the back. Here's Worrell. No. Ashley Young has lost it. Vlahovic to Ivanisic. Now Thomas gets it forward. Butland comes out to collect, thankfully. Boots it clear. Header from the Leicester defender. That's forward to Harvey Barnes. Oh, it's off the post. Kept in play by Neres. Still alive. And now it's out for a corner. Can we get this clear? Ivanisic away. Thank goodness. Here's Glatzel. Nope, end of highlight. 5 minutes of added time. Here's Antonio now. Bale loses it. Bale on the ball again. Matic now. Matic forward. It's Cucho for his hat-trick. Glatzel now. It's Ojeda. Hits the post. Oh, that was the chance. That was the chance to win the football match. We've still got 2 minutes left. And well, we get our first point of the season, and I have to say, I'm not mad about that. That was an okay performance. It wasn't anything special, but it was something we can build upon, hopefully. We've got our first point of the season. Woodburn's not happy. There's no way Woodburn's getting a new contract. What's up with him? He's unable to solve it. End of the season, he doesn't want to wait. I mean, I don't have the money, I'm afraid. Fair enough. If you want to leave, Ben, that's fine. We don't have any wage budget to talk about an improved contract. But Cucho Hernandez, there you go. I mean, he's declining. He's not having a good time, but he scored 2 goals there. So I'm happy about that. And that makes him look like a hell of a lot better signing than he seemed about 10 minutes ago when I was first telling you about him. We've got the Liverpool match. It would be a little bit of an under-exaggeration to say I'm a little bit scared of Liverpool. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the phrase, right? Well, we're going with virtually the same lineup with the inspiring change of putting Ashley Young at left back to replace the suspended Greg Taylor. And we've also moved Zlatan Ibrahimovic to a target forward to hopefully exploit something new in Football Manager this year that I think was a little bit overpowered early on. It's time to see if it still is. Liverpool, top of the league. This, I think, will tell us what we need to do with our tactic. If we only lose this 2-1 again, I think we just stick with it. You know, we've not conceded more than 2 goals in a match yet this season, which isn't too bad when we've scored in 3 of them, you know. I think we go out there and I think we just play our way and try to take the game to Liverpool. You know, they are a fantastic side, and you look at that squad and you think, wow, maybe we'll have a bit of that. But who knows? We might go out there, we might pull off a shock. It's perfectly possible. But here's Salah, gets it into the middle, and Upamecano has put it into the back of the net. And, well, Liverpool are exploiting the game. A little near post header there. And, I mean, who on earth that was on the line? Looked like Ashley Young. Didn't do anything. Sergey with the free kick. Butland with the catch. That's what we need. A little bit more of that, please. Jack Butland now, what's he going to do with it? He's going to boot it forward towards our target forward, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but he doesn't get it. Alisson. And, well, Ibra, all of a sudden, starting to run. Look at him. Look at him go. Well, it was nearly his time to shine. Here's Alexander-Arnold now. Gets it to Salah. Sergey. And this is a very long highlight, and we know what happens with long highlights, don't we? Oh, a horrible Jordan Henderson miss. Needed a bit of bend on that into the corner. But, well, we've had our first shot of the match. Whether we'll get anything else, I'm not entirely sure. 37% possession at the moment. Potentially we need to go for a more possession-based tactic to keep hold of the ball. Here's Young, gets it into the middle. Worrell with the header. And those were the type of goals that were going in last season. It was a good corner from Ashley Young, though, showing his worth at left back. You've been terrible so far, and they have been, you know. But we have had 5 shots now, 2 on target. A shame that we didn't get to see them. Robertson into the middle. It's away by Worrell. Here's Antonio. Use your pace, my friend. Antonio's still going. He's still going. This is great run. Antonio into Norwood. Back to Antonio. And what on earth was that? Well, that might be the best chance we get for another half season. Here's Robertson. Whips it into the middle. It's away by Ibra, who does seem to be having a slightly better game today than he has been having. Certainly from what we've seen of him on camera. I mean, it wasn't hard to be any worse than what he was before. Salah punishes us. It's 2-0 now. And it's just one of those moments where you want to scream. Antonio not having a good game, so let's get Lewis Graben on for him. We'll swap them two round. Bale's having an awful game. Let's get Woodburn on against his former club. Matic not doing well either. Let's get Ojeda on, swap them two round. Not great, is it? It's not great. When you're not performing against Liverpool, they are just going to beat you. Eventually, their quality is going to show, and that was just brilliant. Moving forward, made it a little bit easy for them. Of course, we've got a makeshift left back in there at the moment. Let's encourage them. A consolation goal would be nice. It was bouncing around in the area. Lewis Graben was there, top goal scorer in the Championship last season. Not looking the same player this year. Here's Firmino. Oh, and that's a dive and a half. That is a dive and a half. He's going to get a red card. That looked like a dive. It really did. Oh, well. Woodburn is going to come in. We'll swap him round with that. That looks fine. Well, 20 minutes to go. It ain't great, is it? McKenna, here's Young on the left-hand side. Can't do anything with it. Here's Worrell. Now McKenna. Scott McKenna on the ball. Boots it forward. Cucho's chasing. But, again, he hasn't looked the same player today as he has been recently. Or in the last match. Which was recent, to be fair. But I make it sound like he's been playing brilliantly all season. But it's just not been the case today from Cucho. And Ibra now on a 6.2, so it seems he's gone to sleep. Here's Young, gets a long throw in there, but straight to Fabinho. And Salah now probably going to make it 3. Can McKenna make a tackle? Phillips, Salah into the middle. Oh my God, it's a penalty. It felt like another dive from Firmino, I'm not going to lie. But they're going to give the penalty because of course they are. Jack Butland, can you get the save here against Mo Salah? Went the right way, but it wasn't to be. Mo Salah makes it 3. Oh. I think I persist with this until about game 10 and then we change our plan. It might click into place. You never know. Here's Richards on the right-hand side. A late goal would be lovely. Cucho with a header and Ibra's there and he scores his first Premier League goal of the season. Or does he? It did feel a little offside and just the way things are going today, it is disallowed and Ibra gives the ref the finger. And I think the ref deserved it. Oh, look at that. That's not a clear and obvious mistake. But there you go. 3-0. At least the fans are still there. They're not happy. And I'm going to say I want them in training tomorrow because I do. We've got a lot of hard work ahead of us. It is going to be a hell of a fight to get ourselves going. Too harsh on the team. What is up with Ben Woodburn? Good. I'm glad he drops it. Right, let's have a look at the fixture list. Oh, well, we've got Burnley in the Carabao Cup. We're probably going to go out of that, which I'm not really bothered about. We've then got West Ham away. Again, that's going to be a tricky old match. Then Man City away, Arsenal at home, Fulham away. I guess we come back for this little period here. Aston Villa at home, and then Newcastle United away. I think that's what we come back for in the next episode on Thursday. So if you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more Football Manager content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.